What's up, YouTube? So, here's my story time, you guys. I can't believe I got fired after my second day of working. Okay, let's rewind. It was at a frozen yogurt shop. And I'm not going to name the name of the frozen yogurt shop or anything like that, but it's not really a big known one. I seen that they were hiring because I go there to get froyo all the time when I used to go to one of the schools in that area. And I seen that he was hiring and I said, hey, I really want to work here. Da, da, da. He gave me an application, filled it out. He liked everything on the application, interviewed me right then and there, and I got the job. And so I told him that, you know, school is still going on. I wanted to wait till summer. And he was like, okay, yeah, no problem. That's fine. So I was going to start in the summertime. It was May. It was still April for me. I'm in college. That was when I probably was 18 then. Yeah. And so I said, you know, it's April now. So maybe like by the ending of May, because school and my summer ended, I think like the first or second week in May. So I was like, by the ending of May, I can, you know, start. But he was so eager to have me start. He was like, please, can you start working for me this month? I really need da 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 da. So I was like, give me a second. Let me talk to my mom about it. You know, because school's still going on. I really was trying to work when school was happening. So she said, yeah, only one day a week. So I started working there on Fridays. Like I told him Fridays would be a bomb day. I could do it. It's right before Saturday. I don't have classes that day. So Fridays will work. And so he's like, cool, whatever. So I go in, he gives me like an orientation, a rundown of the place, of what to do that same day. And I got started. And it was really cool. He showed me how they add the froyo, how everything is clean and sanitized, and the order you sanitize things. And I'm like, wow, I didn't know all this goes into, you know, a frozen yogurt thing. You know, you would just think it's something so simple, but behind the machines, it's a lot. And I was like, wow, I never like thought that's what really goes on behind there. But then again, you have to think about it because people are eating it, so it has to be sanitary. After he showed me everything that was going on, I started. He showed me how to talk to the people as they walked in. He told me how, you know, you greet them, that I have to actually give them, do the samples for them, which I'm not used to. I'm used to just going and getting my own and doing my own samples, but I had to do it for them. And I was like, okay, whatever, that's nothing, you know, I got it. Like, I've worked before, I got this. He explained it to me, and I did my first day, and it was just me and him there, and it went really, really well. I was like, okay, I think I got this. I was scared because obviously I'm the only one, and he was just in the back. So every little thing, you know, he had to come up to help me with cashing out with the cash register. He would have to like be there and stuff like that. I guess I mean, obviously it's something you probably don't trust me, but I mean, whatever. So that day was bomb or whatever. So then he wanted me to come in on a Monday to help with inventory. I said, okay, I have class Monday, but I can come in after to help you. So I came in that Monday after, and I helped him. We put the froyo in the freezers, and the freezers were really, really cold to the point where I was starting to get sick, and my hands were really numb because the equipment that he had me using wasn't well enough for me to stand that cold for so long, like putting the things in there. But I did it. That day was fine. It was nothing. This was the second Friday that I was supposed to actually work. And I don't know what happened that day, but it went down. I go in, and it's just me and him again. And I do the normal stuff, clean the machines and stuff, wipe it down while he's in the back starting up the machine and stuff like that. We're doing the normal routine that he taught me. And then it gets time to go. I'm like cleaning, vacuuming, sweeping, wiping out the whole entire area. And then he gets in the back and he's like,
okay, I need you to put this stuff away, put this things away, do that, do that, do that.
So I'm doing that, and he gave me a sheet of paper with like 3 columns of a checklist of things to do when you first come in. in the meantime and before you go. He never showed me that paper the first day, and everything on the paper we didn't do. So when he gave it to me, he was like,
okay, do these stuff and go, whatever.
So I was trying to do them, but some of them I'm like, I don't know how you do that. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is. What is that? How does that work? And he was starting to get irritated, but I'm looking like, you never showed me this the first day I worked. You didn't go based off this paper. So I'm just doing the things that we did last Friday when I was here. Mind you, I only worked one day prior to doing the actual schedule, and it's been a whole entire week from a Friday to another Friday. You gotta reiterate it. I'm sorry. It's been a whole week and I'm only working one day, not twice a week or whatever. It's only been 2 days with 7 days in between. Give me some time, please. And he was just over the top angry and upset, and I'm like, okay. And so he's like,
put the frozen, put it in the freezer.
And so I was like, okay. And I put it in the freezer. He was like,
did you date it?
I'm like, no, I didn't date it. I didn't know. You just told me to put it in the freezer. I'm sorry. And he's like,
you're supposed to date it. You have to know when it's expired. Write the date that it expires.
And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what date it expires. I'm sorry. Hello. I don't know. I was like, I don't know what day it expires. He's like,
14 days.
And I'm like, okay, you never told me that before. You can calm down. Like, my God, I'm sorry. I didn't know. You never told me.
I never told you that.
I'm like, no, you didn't tell me that. He's like,
yes, I did.
I said, if you told me that, I would have remembered it was 14 days. And when you asked me to put it in, I would have put the date on it. But I didn't know, because that means you didn't tell me. And I am sorry, my bad. So I go in there and I put the dates on, I put the ice cream in the right spots or whatever. And now I have an attitude. Like, my attitude was on fleek that day after he was snapping at me. And then so I come out the freezer and he's like,
okay, do the rest. I said,
to be honest, you never went over this list. I don't know what is supposed to be, what I'm supposed to be doing. He's like,
you don't know how to read? What, you don't know how to read? What does this say? Read this out loud so I can know if you can read or not.
Excuse me? I was like, sir, I know how to read. I am the oldest person that you have working in this store. This is only my second day. You never went over this last week. And you already want me to do a whole full day. Come in, open the doors from the opening of the store to the closing of the store. And this is only my second day. Obviously, you need as much help as you can get. Do not try me like that. I am a college student, and obviously I met the requirements that you wanted for somebody to work here. So don't ask me if I can read, because obviously I can read, because obviously I was qualified to get this job, right? And then it just got bloodshot. And then in my head I was just like, I know I'm fired. I know I'm fired. So he told me what I had to do, and then after that he was like, okay. I was like, all right, thank you. And I left. So now, usually by Sunday, they send the schedule. Sunday hits, I don't get an email. Monday hits, no email. Tuesday, Wednesday, and I'm like, Mommy, he hasn't sent me my schedule yet. I don't know what's up. And she's like, well, you need to know before you go all the way down there and you're not working. So by Thursday, I didn't get an email or anything to know if I was supposed to be working Friday or not. So I texted him. I was like, hey, mister, how are you? I don't know if this is a mistake or if this is intentional, but I didn't get a schedule on Saturday, and now it's Thursday, and I wanted to know if I'm supposed to be coming in on Friday. If you still want me to work there or not, please let me know if this was a mistake, and if it was, let me know the day I'm supposed to come in and what time. Thank you so much. And then he was like,
you are no longer a part of the company. Please hand me your shirt when you come in to get your check.
And I was just like, well, dang, when was you gonna tell me? When were you going to tell me that I was no longer a part of your company? So obviously you don't know how to handle the business because you weren't gonna tell anybody. How does that work? Because if I would have came to work on Friday with my clothes, you wouldn't have got your shirt. Because I would have been wearing it. And I can't go home naked. So I was like so pissed. And I was like, Really, so you weren't gonna tell me. You never called me. That Friday when I left, you could have told me, hey, you know, I don't think this is gonna work out. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what is that? So now it comes next week. I think I was gonna come in. I was coming in that Friday, so you know I had to plan what I was gonna do. I was practicing my walk in, how I was gonna hand him the shirt, how I was gonna snatch my check, how I was gonna give him attitude. But I walk in there and he's like,
Hey, Danielle.
and I'm like, hey, mister.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
He's all just bubbly and cheery. And I'm looking at the girl that's at the cash register and I'm looking like, baby, good luck. I got my stuff and I bounced. He was really happy and really sweet with the whole goodbye process, to the point where I was like, oh shoot, all that practicing for what? He was so sweet when I walked in. I was ready to be like, here your shirt, thank you, and walk right out. But he was, hey, got my stuff and I left. And you know what? What I found so funny is, because before he told me he hired a 15-year-old to work, and he let the 15-year-old open and close the store. Halfway through the shift, the 15-year-old called him and was like, I quit, and left the store just like that. And then he got mad at the 15-year-old boy. First off, you can't leave a 15-year-old boy to run a store by themselves. Then you want to leave me to run the store by myself, and it's only been the second day I'm working there. And you already snapping at me for not remembering anything. So I'm thinking in my head, you gotta hire more people. Like, you can't just rely on one person to open and close the store from morning to night. It don't work like that with just one person. I'm sorry, it can't. It's impossible. So I was like, I don't know how that job is going to survive. Mommy told me to never go back there again. But see, when I was there, you know, you rack up points. And I was able to get $5 off on my next purchase. And that was the last time I went. I was fired. That was the last time I worked. That was it. I didn't go back again. So I sure enough, when I found out that I was able to get my $5 off, I did go in one more time, get my free froyo, and that was it. I was like, oh, I'm getting my free. I paid all this. I'm gonna get my free frozen yogurt. Got my free frozen yogurt, and that was it. I haven't been back there since. I don't know how his business is going since. I don't know if the same people are working there. I don't know if, you know, I don't know. But it shocked me, because I wasn't even supposed to start working till the summer. It was still April. So you fired me in a time when I wasn't even supposed to be working. But I was like, you know what? I'm glad, because see, that wasn't gonna work, because he was rude. He was so rude. Can I read? Excuse me. Baby, don't try it. But that's my story time, you guys. The time I got fired on my second day working a job at a time I wasn't even supposed to be working. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. If you want to know more story times or like this type of video, let me know and I will do more for you. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Follow me on my Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hope you liked it. Like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to share this video. Bye, you guys.